When so many earbuds today look like some small iteration of AirPods, it was hard for me to get excited about the Oneplus Buds when they first released. Until I realized something about them, is that I can recommend these to anyone and everyone with little to no reservations. I'm MKJR, and this is the Oneplus Buds review. Now, being made by Oneplus, you may be familiar with the brand. They have been famous for making flagship killer devices, these cheaper, value-oriented flagship phones that go up against iPhone and Samsung flagships for a much better value. Now, this isn't their first pair of earbuds, but it's one of their most recent pushes into the truly wireless market, which is saturated with AirPods clones and a whole slew of other devices from just about any other major audio brand out there. Now, the one major thing that OnePlus brings to the market with these new pair of earbuds is the same amount of value you get for these. Starting at $79 retail or $59 on sale frequently, these are much, much cheaper than its competitors, most of them all insisting of a $100 plus price tag. Now, similar to the AirPods, the design is very iterative of those. Now, as you can see with them right by each other, you can see that they're ever so slightly bigger and they're more muscular to design. But they are just as comfortable, if not more comfortable, than the AirPods. Now, being this hard plastic shell for the ear tip means you don't get this vacuum feeling or pressure from your deep ear canal, and giving you variations of seal in your ear when you're working out and doing various activities. This style of earbud is very comfortable for long period sessions of wearing them, and they are way less annoying for working out as you don't get that constant sound of rubber or vacuum in your ear going in and out when you're doing activities. Now, versus the AirPods, these actually do have an IP rating, so they're a lot better suited for working out. But one thing that makes them a lot more like AirPods is the controls as well, which actually isn't that great of a thing. They work on a double tap system. The right earbud and left earbud can be independent when you download the app called Hey Melody on your device. Then you can control skip track, pause track, reverse track, or whatever you want for whichever ear you choose for that respective earbud. Now, only double tapping is very limiting for most people, and a lot of people don't like that. They think it's too simple. It is dead reliable though. When I use these, the play, pause, or skip a track is what I have it set to. It works every single time. I don't have to worry about that. On the Jabras, on the Bose, on whatever pair of earbuds I've used with a lot more functions than these, they tend to mess it up or get the control wrong. These only have one control to do for each earbud. Honestly, despite them being a little limiting in this respect, I do prefer that for its reliability. Now, that brings up one of its only issues, is reliability. Not connection reliability. When you take these in and out your earbuds, they autoplay pause, and when you put them into your ears and pairing them up to your phone, it's very quick, as fast as I can expect from any pair of earbuds within a reasonable time. Besides that, there is one other issue that's been reported on, and that is the left earbud having issues. I don't know the rate of that problem, and in the article I saw, OnePlus will bring them in and return them for you. You warranty them out, so that shouldn't be too much of an issue. But if you're really concerned about stuff like that, that is a possibility. The connection themselves with the latency with videos is next to none, and also just going far distances in my house, they didn't have any connection breakups, and when I'm running with these in my pocket, they didn't have any issues either, even if these were separated further out than normal. So the issue I'm referring to is a small one that happened once in every 3 listening sessions, over like 30-minute long listening sessions, is that it would randomly pause about a half a second or so. And by the time I start to move my hand to, press play or something like that, just thinking it paused, it turned back on. That was my only issue with these. And it was a bit odd, but it always solved itself, and it's not that big of a deal, but if you're working out and you're in a good rep, oh, that could be quite disappointing to hear when you're needing to get extra pumps in. Now, the other concern that I hear online is people's comfort for their ears themselves. I mentioned that these are extremely comfortable, and they are for me and for most people. A lot of people that wear AirPods with them being just a little bit too loose, these would be a perfect fit. But if AirPods and stuff like that are always been a little bit on the tighter side, these may be just a little bit more tight than comfortable. Some people have reported that after a few days, that discomfort goes away and you get used to it and it's never an issue again. But for people that are a little concerned with that with smaller ears, may want to be wary of that and look at alternatives like AirPods themselves, or maybe TicPods, as those are the only AirPod alternatives that are just as small as AirPods themselves. OnePlus does one thing better than AirPods do, though it is a little subjective, and that is sound. Now, for most people in the reviews, they say they sound identical. And for highs and mids in most songs, that's very true. These and AirPods, side by side, boy, there really isn't much of a difference of sound quality or sound definition. The only thing that is different is the bass. Now, on the OnePlus Buds, the bass is more of a deep, rich bass. It's more thicker without distortion. AirPods has just about the same amount of bass, but it produces distortion at higher volumes, which some people say is very low quality, but some people like that, as when they're pushing bass or music, like that little bit of a distortion. That is the biggest variation between the two. So the recommendation for these is very simple. If you've been looking for a pair of AirPod alternatives that are just as convenient and portable, then look no further. These offer much greater value than AirPods and a lot more accessible for more people than AirPods themselves, with a lot more expertise being from a name brand versus some other third-party audio brand that you've never heard of that tend to not perform that well. The OnePlus Buds do it all, but they don't offer audiophile level sound quality. They're not the best for people that really love sound quality and really get into the nitty-gritty. These are just a comfortable, convenient pair of earbuds that can be used for everything, and that you don't have to worry about losing a bud, as these are very replaceable and very cheap. So, for just about everyone, with a few little reservations, I fully recommend the OnePlus Buds. So, thank you for watching. If you liked the video, please consider subscribing. I make videos quite frequently. If you have any questions, just comment down below. I'll try to answer them every few days or so if I have the time, and I will do whatever questions you have versus these and its competitors like JBL or the Razer Hammerheads, or just maybe gift recommendations, stuff like that, whether these are good enough based off someone else's, based off someone else's taste, that whether these are good or other earbuds. Whatever questions you have, just ask down and I'll try to get to it. Besides that, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you later.